What's going on, y'all? You're now watching the greatest channel that has ever existed. My name is Bitcoin Benito, and I truly appreciate you guys for being here with me. So Bitcoin is absolutely exploding. I know I just said this before. In fact, Bitcoin is now worth $90,000. And we're trying to figure out, is this a good thing, a bad thing? Is it a breakout event or a black swan event? And it's worth $90,000, but it's not necessarily representative of an all-time high when you compare it to gold and when Bitcoin is compared to stocks, okay? So that kind of sounds like a bad thing, but it's actually a really good thing. I'm going to explain it right now. But before that, I'm going to look at the subscribers, comments from them. I really appreciate you guys. Would not be here without you. Okay, the first comment that we have, there's a group of comments that we have actually, is from 𝐂𝐫𝐧𝐝 that says TitanX future millionaire here. Yes, TitanX has been exploding. Although recently TitanX has gone down like 20%. 30% in the past week. TitanX price has been down in the last week, the last month actually, but in the last week it's up a little bit. While all the other tokens were exploding, TitanX was doing all the way down. Don't worry though, this is going to be good. In fact, just today, TitanX did a 20% growth. Look at this, in the 24 hours it has gone 20%. So hold on to your TitanX. I know a lot of people are worried, Bitcoin did way better than TitanX. That's only temporary. Bitcoin is worth over $1 trillion. TitanX is only worth about $90 million, probably less than that, because this is just the fully diluted valuation. It's not necessarily the market cap, which CoinGecko doesn't have the market cap. Really annoying, but you could just guesstimate that the market cap is about $70 million, $80 million, okay? So, other comments, 10,000x for TitanX, 10,000x. It's not going to do 10,000x. It's going to do maybe about 100x from its all-time low, which is what I always say, which is about a 20x from here. And good case scenario, TitanX would do like maybe 300x, 400x from here. Next comment that we have is from 912 all day long that says, thank you for your videos, Bitcoin Benito. I wish you lots of X's next year. Yes, I also wish myself lots of X's. Personally, I think I'm going to do a 20x off of all the money that I invest from now until the end of October, November. Bitcoin is going to explode for the next 12 months, 13 months or so. I estimate that I'm going to do about a 20x, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I want to be rich. I'm tired of this middle class, poor life. I know people like, you live in America, you should be happy with your blessings. Yeah. I want to be a fucking millionaire. Okay? I don't know if that's... I don't know if that's a secret to anyone, but I'm trying to ball, and that's why I'm trying to help you guys ball too at the same time. Next comment that we have is from BTFD that just says, just buy Hex, the original with far less inflation. Hex is a good token. TitanX was based off of Hex. In fact, I think that's what its X name and its name comes from. But TitanX has already exploded. TitanX already had all-time high value, all-time high market cap of 1.5 billion. While TitanX just has a market cap of about 70, 80 billion right now, and it has never hit its all-time high, and it has better mathematics than Hex right now, okay? The difficulty to create more TitanX only increases as time goes on, and that's why it was able to do like a 20% just today, okay? And then the last comment that we have is from Crypto in the comment, hey, that's a guy that I interviewed. Shout out to you. Thank you for having me. TitanX will do a 1000x. Thank you very much for that. TitanX will explode. Alex Pro says, Mr. 𝐂𝐫𝐧𝐝 himself, turn up. And then Crypto in the cover replied, 𝐂𝐫𝐧𝐝 is about to explode. Yeah, 𝐂𝐫𝐧𝐝 did pretty well, but 𝐂𝐫𝐽 still has room to grow. Okay, so TitanX has exploded. Bitcoin, more importantly, has exploded even harder. Bitcoin is only going to grow in the next few days. And let us read some of the comments together. Okay, so the first one says that, when y'all see me, it's a very funny tweet that I saw. When y'all see me getting sucked on by 50 bad joints at the same time for my infinity pool on top of the Burj Khalifa next year, don't say I didn't try to help you. That's crazy. Bitcoin is exploding right now, and when Bitcoin explodes, people will try to show off their wealth. They'll try to show off their riches. Just try to show that, hey, I'm better than you. Yes, we are better than all of them, but come on now. Keep that on the down low. You don't want to embarrass your friends and family members. You want them to believe in crypto. You don't want them to be like, that rich asshole told me to get crypto. Bring them in gently, okay? Next comment that we have is me, actually. This is my other account, dumb username, but just follow me on Bitcoin Benito on Twitter, at Bitcoin Benito. I say right here, I've been hyping Tesla for years. Timeline, dumb username, will always do what is best for you. Yes, and Tesla has gone up 10%. This is on November 11th, by the way, so it's almost a week ago. Tesla went up 10% in one day and has gone up about 100% this year. So when Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies stabilize, which is going to happen around the end of October, November next year, I want you to buy a lot of Tesla, sell all of your crypto, put it into Tesla. Tesla is going to continue to grow about 100% a year. A year. That's because of its autonomous robots. It's coming out with robots that are going to be able to take your manual labor job away from you. Yes, you driver, you're going to lose your job to Tesla auto cars. You're going to lose them. And the bots are going to eventually one day be able to drive cars. And this is going to happen in the next 5 years. So if you do Uber, or if you drive a bus, or if you conduct a train, you are going to lose your job. Not right now, but like let's say 5 years from now. So the idea is to buy crypto right now and have a mentality to save it. The thing is, though, you are not a normie, and this is what all normies do. All right, so Bitcoin was $16,000. No one cared. And then when Bitcoin was $80,000, where it is right now, and it's not even 80,000, it's about 91, 92,000 right now. When Bitcoin was $92,000, nobody cared at all. Okay, and this chart is so funny. Okay, so it's $91, 91,000. I mean, right now, and this chart is so funny because Bitcoin is now not even 80,000, it's 91,000. And most people that you know have not bought Bitcoin, even though it has exploded. Go around and ask 100 people. Now that Bitcoin went up from like 60,000 to about 91,000 in the course of less than a month. Look at this. In a month, right? Look at this. In a month, so in November 4th, which was just 12 days ago, it went from 67,000 to $92,000. Okay, so this is an increase of about 50%. Look at that, in 30 days, 35%. Although it's better than that because it went a little bit higher. So it went up about 40% in the past 2 weeks. It's not even 30 days. It's not even 1 month. Okay, Bitcoin is going to explode, and it's continuing to explode right now. Next comment that we have is from Jack Levin. Shout out to Jack Levin. Xen is also doing good. Xen also is doing a 70% explosion, a 70% growth. Let's look at my portfolio and look down here to Xen. Yes, Xen is 50% this week and 72% in the last week. Okay, absolutely unbelievable growth. Look at this. It was down here for eons, for years. Even look at the year chart. At the end, you're going to see, oh, just this nice little blip. Boo. Who cares? That's just tiny. But the fact that it went all the way explosively, what is this, to 5 sevens and a 0? It went to 5 sevens and a 0 in March of this year. Okay, so that means that by this time next year, even though it is at 6 zeros and a 1-3, right? That's the price right now. 6 zeros and a 1-3 is going to go to maybe 4 zeros and a 1-3. It's going to go 100x its all-time high. And the fact that it's exploding in the past month means that this is not a prediction. This is not a random stupid guess from dumb username. This is from a guy that's telling you the truth and how these cryptos will constantly explode. So that's why I always tell you guys to get into OP-Xen, although I showed you Xen, right? OP-Xen is what Xen is what OP-Xen is based off of. Get OP-Xen, get TitanX, which we talked about earlier, and then get Pulsechain. Next comment that we have is from Michael Saylor that says 26 billion Bitcoin cash is larger than IBM, Nike's cash holdings. Okay, so a MicroStrategy is now richer than the cash holdings of IBM and Nike. I predict that Michael Saylor is going to be the richest man in the entire world by the next bull run, so 2029. In the next 5 years, Michael Saylor will be the richest man in the entire world. Write it down. Okay, this is a strategy, MicroStrategy that holds Bitcoin, and then it puts it in a Wall Street type friendly stock. Next, we have a comment from Golan Rugg that says Donald announces that Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy will lead the Department of Government Efficiency together. Now, Elon Musk is a nerd, but he's like a teenager fart joke nerd. So he decided to name the new agency that he's going to be hosting with Vivek Ramaswamy. Oh, you like the way I say Vivek so quickly? And he called it Doge, which is very similar to the Doge token. And because of that, Doge itself exploded in just 1 month. It's gone up 205%, right? And it's not even 1 month. It's in 1 week. it has gone up. Yeah, right there. 1 week has gone up 80%. 80%. Now the crypto market is part of the reason why, but it would have gone up like maybe 30%, 20%. The fact that Elon Musk came out with this Doge naming convention is reason why it is exploding. This also explains the Doge naming convention. You can read it in the details there. Really awesome. And this describes Bitcoin when it hit $93,000, and everyone keeps telling you, oh, you're so lucky. This is exactly what's going to happen when you become a millionaire from cryptocurrency by the end of next year. Everyone's going to be like, oh, you're so lucky. How do you feel? And meanwhile, we've been getting our asses whooped, slapped, scraped, our eyes gouged for the past, I've been here now since 2020. So for the past 4 years, we've been suffering. And you've been here for probably over a year now. Most of my followers have been here for probably over a year. We've been suffering, and now we finally have vindication. Nothing is going to slow us down. Next comment that we have is really a philosophical way of seeing money. Okay. So what seems like what's happening, it seems like the price of the dollar is steady and Bitcoin is just growing up dramatically. What's actually happening is that although Bitcoin is not a steady line like this, it is going up. It's not going up at this level. It's going up at a lower slope. Oh, that's an algebra word. And in reality, the price of the US dollar is dramatically shitting the bed. Inflation is 10% a year. I don't care what they say on Wall Street or what the Fed says. The inflation rate is about 10% a year. If you look at consumer goods, the exact same consumer goods from the past 40, 50 years, look at the exact same ones and then compare the price to right now and how it has changed from last year to this year. Inflation is at a negative 10%. I mean, it's increasing, right? Inflation is increasing at 10% a year. Another funny meme, people will have 800,000 in Bitcoin and still live like this. Yes, I am going to put, this is crazy, I'm going to put about 40 to 50% of my checks, of my paychecks, towards cryptocurrency for the next year. 40 to 50%, okay? So I know I'm a software developer, so I have a little bit of extra cash, but a friend that I know was making about $15 an hour, and he ended up putting about $100 every paycheck, so about $50 a week. He was putting into Bitcoin, he was putting into crypto, and I told him to put into Pepe, and Pepe has absolutely exploded. You saw the earlier part of this video. I showed you that Pepe has absolutely exploded recently, and it shows no signs of slowing down. Oh, actually, let me show you Pepe. That was Doge that I showed you. Pepe, come on, Pepe. Pepe this year has gone up 1,700%. Look at that. 1,700% for Pepe. Okay, so yeah, Pepe ain't going nowhere. All right, so the person I told to put, that was making minimum wage, and I told him to put it into Pepe, he turned that $100 into like $500 because he did it a lot later than I told him to. But who cares? Who cares? He's broke. He does pretty much just near minimum wage, and now he has $550 in his pocket for not doing anything. Next comment that we have is crypto guys going to 2027 Bitcoin conference. Not even 2027, 2025. This is going to be us, right? We're all going to be balling. Okay, maybe not 2025. Probably 2026 when we sell all our cryptos at the right time and we all become millionaires. We're all going to hit it. Yeah, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All these bunch of Lamborghinis and Ferraris. I want to get a Ferrari myself, so we'll see what happens in the bull run. And then this is a good representation, a good visualization of where we are in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is only going to increase in price dramatically over the next decade. The next decade is definitely going to hit $1 million. So the fact that you're selling your dollars for Bitcoin and then selling your Bitcoin again for dollars back and forth, it's so stupid. It's like having one of these Motorola phones from 1997 and then selling it for $10 when you could be using all the money they use for that Motorola flip phone and just keep investing over and over into the Apple stock. Okay, so Apple stock back then there was probably like $1, and then 10 years later it was worth $130,000. This is the same way you should treat cryptocurrency. But what I want you to do is sell it at the all-time high, the narrow all-time high that's going to happen in October, November of next year. Get that money, put it into other investments, and that will continue to grow. And then when Bitcoin starts to go up again in about 2026, 2027, take that money out again that has increased with the other stocks, put it at the bottom of Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin will do another, not just Bitcoin actually, I want you to put it into other cryptocurrencies, and then it's going to explode in price. I've been talking like crazy this whole time. 𝐿𝐼𝐳 finally has the last tweet that says, people who buy Bitcoin at 15,000 and never post anything. Yes, the richer you get, the more that women are going to like you. Everyone likes money. Don't become the person that gets taken advantage of, though, just because you're rich. You want the woman to like you for you. This rule doesn't really apply to girls. I'm sorry. Guys don't really care if you become richer or not. And the guys that do care if you become richer or not, they're only going to use you. So that's not really the guy that you want anyways, right? So sorry, life is not fair. But y'all benefit from other things too, so it's fine. Okay, so let's read the article. William Sturger says, Bitcoin's breakout or a black swan. 90,000 Bitcoin price. Lax gold stocks are high. Yeah. So Bitcoin has not much this all-time high against the S&P 500 gold and blah, blah, blah. But as you can see, the all-time high of Bitcoin versus the S&P 500 happened in the end of 2021, and it's a little bit higher, a tiny bit higher back then than it is right now. But in the next in the next month, guaranteed, it's going to go shoot way, way, way higher than it did in 2021 when you compare it to Bitcoin and the S&P 500. Now we're going to compare Bitcoin and S&P 500's price, right? This also was a little bit higher in 2021, but it is only a tiny bit away from that, and therefore it's going to shoot up again way past that a month from now. Okay, so go there and read this article. It's on Cointelegraph, a Bitcoin breakout black swan. This video has been going on for way too long, so I'm just going to end it here, and I'm telling you all of this because I thank you, I love you, I appreciate you. Let's get this money.